Hey guys, it's Eric JETNER for la QuESTioN du JouR. It's Friday, hashtag Friday Drag, and tonight we're gonna discover a new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, who's gonna be Chantez, you stay, or sachez away. Last week you discovered the beautiful Brenda Darling. Oh, I know you loved her. And today I give you the one and only and very delightful and crusty like a cracker, the beautiful Miz Cracker! Oh, put your hands together for her. Hello. Hello.
Hello, darling. Mwah. Mwah. Ça va, monsieur?
Oui, très très bien.
Et moi ici, tu vas bien pour moi?
Ooh, she speaks French.
Yeah, just enough to pick people up.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm in drag in the middle of the day, which is like,
You know.
the more drag you can have in one day, the better your day is. That's what I think.
Exactly. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not good at it. Thank you so much for hosting us in your world. So who's Miz Cracker?
Miz Cracker is Harlem's Jewish princess. It's just M-I-Z Cracker, spelled just like the snack and the racial slur. And they call me Cracker because I'm thin, I'm white, and I'm very salty. So
Salty, you got that?
Yeah.
How did you come to the drag world?
I didn't want to do drag.
Really?
I was forced to do drag. I'm like an indentured drag servant. What happened was I met a gentleman named Caldwell. We became friends and went out to coffee a lot. And he was like, you know, I do drag every Saturday. I do a protest in Times Square.
A protest?
Yeah, a protest for marriage equality.
That's good.
For gay rights
See?
and gay marriage. So I was like, definitely, I'll do it. But what I meant was I will never do that. But he kept nagging me every week to do it. Finally, I was like, well, I've said yes so many times, I have to do it or I look like a liar. So he put me in drag and I saw myself in the mirror for the first time and I was like, oh, this is the new thing. This is what I'm gonna do from now
So
on.
when was that?
That was 7 years ago, and now I'm Miz Cracker, and Caldwell is Bob the Drag Queen.
That's awesome.
Before that, I was in publishing. I was an editor for an art publishing house.
Okay.
And then for the first couple of years of drag, I worked in museums. I wrote for museum catalogs and wrote grants for museums here in Harlem. Now I quit all of that other stuff because I can no longer let people tell me what to do.
Never do that. Like,
Exactly.
do whatever you want, okay, guys?
Yeah, you do what other people want. I can't even do what I want. Okay.
What
so
do you mean?
Yeah, I do whatever happens.
Okay.
I have no control over it. It's not because I want to do it. It's what comes up during the day. That's what I do.
What do you feel about this new season of RuPaul's Drag Race?
You know, I think that it's dragging, not to pun at all, but it's dragging right now because there's so many queens, and I can't wait for that really tense moment when there's a few queens in the room. I will miss James Manfield because of her reactions.
Yeah.
Every time someone criticized her, she was like shaken to the core. Kimora was gorgeous, but all of this, I think, is nothing compared to those last tense
Yeah.
episodes when you have three people looking at each other, respecting each other, and fearing each other at the same time. Just like Thanksgiving, you know.
Did you ever audition?
I auditioned for the first time last year. And at the time, I thought my audition tape was pure genius. I was like, there's no way I'm not getting on the show. And looking at it now, I see how much I've grown and how much I've changed. That's because of the audition tape. So even if you're a baby queen and you think there's no chance to get on RuPaul's Drag Race, do the audition tape because it will make you grow. Just the challenge of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm better because I did it.
Do you have any tips for new queens?
Well, I think what makes a great queen is just being obsessed with drag. I can always tell the difference between a regular queen and a queen that's obsessed with drag right away. They show up a little early to a show. They talk to everyone in the audience. They talk to the host. They go backstage. They get themselves ready. They review their number. They talk to the they're doing all of this extra stuff, and then they stay afterwards and do extra stuff, and then they thank you the next day. You know, it's just like there's this kind of, they want to live in this drag moment.
Yeah.
And then if you are just starting drag and you're already complaining and showing up late and sitting alone, then it might not be the thing for you.
Yeah.
You should be just obsessed with doing more.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're pushing yourself to do the minimum, it's not because you're a bad person or you're not a good artist. You just don't like drag that much, and that's okay. Just don't do it. Leave room for somebody who wakes up in the morning and they're like, oh my god, I wonder if I can do drag tonight.
Yeah.
Like, let them do it.
You have a show tonight, right?
I do have a show tonight. I'll be there at 7.
Okay.
Because I'm obsessed with drag.
Be obsessed! Like, if you want to see Miz
Yeah.
Cracker at 7 at Industry, so go there.
What I do is I do a slideshow reviewing last week.
Okay.
Then we all watch Untucked together. Then I do a couple of numbers. And then we watch the show at 8 at Industry with free drink tickets for people who answered trivia questions. There's a lot of viewing parties in the city. But mine is at Industry. We have a big screen, we have a big stage, we have like 10 different things going on. It's the best. It's not because I'm there, it's because it's Industry, and it's just the best viewing party.
3 weeks ago, I went to see her actually at Sweet Bar in Harlem. It's at midnight, right? The show for Blackout Friday?
Yeah,
With our good friend Brenda Darling that you saw last week.
We love her. After Industry, I run up and go do Sweet. Then the next day, I do the ride with Brandon Voss. You can get tickets at vossevents.com. Then the next day, I'm at Hardware with Monet Exchange. Tuesday, I'm at Barracuda with Judy Darling, and that's at 11. If you are out and drunk, there's a chance that I'm out and doing drag.
You can see her everywhere, like she's all over the place. You're on social media, right?
Am I?
She has a huge presence on social media.
All of my childhood issues of not getting enough attention, I work them out on Instagram. Like, I live on my Instagram, and so just find me at @miz_cracker. My Twitter is fine. My Facebook, I go there, but my Instagram, that's where life happens.
She's on it.
Yeah.
You can see right now a few pictures from Miz Cracker. You can admire the look and how beautiful she is.
I make my looks.
Wow.
Sometimes I have clothes from the great Svetlana Stoli, who's giving me some wonderful outfits. Sometimes Yuha Hamasaki make them. But a lot of the times they're things that I have glued or sewed or patched together in some way. And definitely all of my hair is by me, because Miz Cracker loves hair.
Looks like you have a huge purse on your head. So what was that?
That was, someone put that, a picture, Richard Avedon picture of a model with a huge purse on her head like that. And they were like, Miz Cracker, is this what you're doing next? I was like, challenge accepted.
Last week you had an amazing look. I was really amazed because it's Barbie and you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my handler and close friend Caitlin Gretham, who manages my life and drag life, is obsessed with Barbie. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her a good day today. I'm gonna give her a Barbie look.
Brenda asked you a question last week.
Who is your drag inspiration?
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it changes all the time. And I never thought about this until recently, but one of my big drag inspirations is actually Bianca Del Rio.
So if you don't know, Bianca Del Rio won season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I like Bianca more and more over time. I mean, I've always thought she was funny. Everyone thinks that she's funny. She's continued working at a steady pace. She never threw her back out and burned herself out.
Yeah.
I've never been to an event that she's been to where she was mean. She's always kind. She's always so respectful of everybody, even though she does not need to be because she's a star. She comes back to the city and spends time with the people that were always her friends. She's stayed so consistent, and to me that's just a sign of a performer who performs because they love it, not because they love stardom.
Yeah.
So she's just here to do her thing, meanwhile she's a regular person. I'll never forget when I went out to receive my Best Newcomer Award for the Glam Awards 2 years ago. They forgot to give me a mic, so I just bowed and I walked off the stage and Bianca was hosting and she was like, stop! She's like, give her a mic,
She needs
put
a
her back
mic.
out on stage.
Yeah.
She did not have to do that. I'm sure she was not getting paid enough to help run the show.
Yeah.
But she did it and I was just like, she doesn't need to know who I am. She didn't know who I
Yeah.
was.
But it's the
She's
same
just like-
community.
yeah, she was just like, this is a person that needs their moment. So I was like, I'm blown away by her.
If you want to succeed and if you're a star or if you think you're a star, stay humble. Okay?
Yes. Oh my God, stay
Please.
so humble.
How do you feel? How do you prepare yourself to go for a show?
It's not like I prepare. It's more like I spend all day and all night, all the time thinking about what I'm gonna do next. So by the time I get to a show, it's not so much preparation, it's just relief. I'm like, here we are, we're gonna do it!
Yeah.
Like on Friday, I did a wig reveal, and about 3 days before, I told Caitlin, I was like, I'm gonna do a wig reveal, and I blah, 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 blah. And then the next day I was like, I think I'm gonna do it like this. And the day of I was like, okay, we're having a little trouble, but it's gonna go great. And then the cab, I was like, I think it's gonna go fine because blah, blah, blah. And then to get there, I was like, as soon as I was there, I was like, all right, let's go, let's start the show. I did the wig reveal, and it went great. And I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. So like,
There it is.
I'm always ready, and starting the show is just like, relaxing.
So next week we're gonna host Marty Goodcoming.
Yes.
So what's the question for Marty?
Oh my gosh. My question for Marty is, in 10 years, where do you see drag taking you? I always want to know what other queens think about
Yeah.
that. I'm sure some of them are like, oh, I plan to be out of this bullshit. And some are like, no, I'll still be doing jump splits. So I want to know from Marty, what's
Well,
it?
we'll see, Marty.
Yeah, Marty, what do you want?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself being the first dragademic. That's like professor of drag, like Cracker.
It's like Harry Potter, but for drag.
Oh my God! So that
There
yes.
it is.
Oh my God! That's exactly what I want to be. I will, guest lecture and head up the drag department at a college. And when a news program or a newspaper has a question about queer rights or drag issues, they're like, well, of course we have to call Miz Cracker. They're like, now we're on the air with Miz Cracker, professor of drag studies at Columbia
Yes.
University. There's that awkward pause where like the feed is going and I'm like, yes, thank you for having me. Like, I think that's what I want.
We have your little suitcase here.
Yes.
So it's sparkling.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
woo.
This is my sister stole this for me from a theater, and it's my suitcase that carries all my makeup and costumes. And a homeless guy wrote his email address on it. I keep wanting to get rid of it because it's so crusty, but I'm like, this is my drag. Like, it's been with me for my whole drag career. I can't get rid of it. People call it my little Anne Frank suitcase. So
we wish you good luck in this journey.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us today.
Yes.
If you have any question or any comment or anything you want to ask to Miz Cracker, you can go on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Eric JETNER, and also follow Miz Cracker. She's on every social media. MIZ_Cracker, like the cracker. And I'll see you next week with Marty Goodcoming. Thank you so much.
of course, my love.
Mwah. Have a good
Mwah.
show tonight.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys next week for another #FryDrag. Bye!
Thank you.